Majesty Angel. I just want to say thank you so much for those who have been rocking out with me and those who have been following me on my YouTube channel. So I just want to say welcome, most importantly. And then the second thing I want to say, today is Monday. Today's a new week filled with different new opportunities. A lot of different things that we can do this week. A lot better that we didn't do yesterday and the day before and the day before. Um, I just want to say thank you to those if you have liked my short that I uploaded this morning, right? I think that short is very, very sweet and is very, very powerful. It says, walking away means that I value my future, right? And then on the live, it say, I know my worth, right? It's so funny. You like what? Listen, what time did I get up? No, I didn't go to sleep until late because I was up and I was thinking. And then I had noticed something, I had seen something, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way just a little bit, right? So I was saying this before for a lot of people who don't understand, right? Um, I said, don't worry about whatever that you do. Just understand who you are as an individual. I'm learning this every day. So when I say a lot of different things and I come up here and I upload, it's like I'm also learning as well as I'm also speaking. It's like a biggest thing sometimes. Sometimes we don't take our own advice. And I've been noticing, I've been giving out some real sweet, sexy advice. So what I noticed yesterday is so funny. What I love about sometimes us knowing and then myself knowing, because I really don't talk about a lot of different things, people be really underestimating people, meaning I guess things that they have lined up, things that they can do, or how they're just living, right? The only thing that we give to the world, and I don't think sometimes people understand this, is the vision, right? That we're telling on our devices, meaning the things that we upload to our social media accounts, meaning our platforms and certain things like that. And then you have some people who just don't know. So what I did, I'm just starting my week out on a very, very good note. hmm And it's so funny because I had seen a tweet on Twitter, and a young lady, she was being petty, but fuck it, that's what some bitches do. They can't help the shit that they say. But she said something. She said, I'm getting money, I'm getting sponsorships, I'm doing this, that, and the third. I don't have time for a broke bitch, right? Right, that's what I seen, right? So for the mean part, on the flip side of that, I always say, I don't give a fuck what you do. As long as you make some type of a money, you will always be a threat to a motherfucker. Listen to that. As long as you're making some type of a money, you'll always be a threat to some people. Meaning, because listen, I said this maybe a year ago, because when I was doing my YouTube channel and then I was doing my podcast, I was trying to teach people, because some people don't know how to save, some people don't know how to budget, right? And as long as people, individuals, as long as we understand and we know how to budget our money, you can do so many different things. And what I'm noticing about certain things on social media, the people who do shit on social media, you have to understand and you have to learn how to invest in whatever that you're doing. That's why you have a whole bunch of different people who would get their breasts done. You have some people who would get their ass done. You have some different people who would change the way that they're branding themselves so they can be able to do a whole bunch of different things. So this morning I kind of like turned all of my shit blue. I did. And you like what? Well, first and foremost, I had to notice that because I learned something a lot, and I don't know if a lot of people don't know this, and I think certain people were like gatekeeping, right? So on Twitter, and I just want to say thank you to the content person who said it. If you have a blue check on Twitter, right? After you pass a certain amount of like impressions, meaning the people who's viewing your stuff, you will start to shift over and they'll start to pay you for certain stuff, right? So this morning what I did, I turned my Twitter account, right? And I got my check on there, because and it's so funny because it blows my mind sometimes. because on my Twitter account it's very, very low. So for the most part here, I always like to say that shit. A lot of people, right, should be, and I hate to be like that because I always said, I understand it. I always said that when I started my platforms and I started doing this a whole bunch of different things. I didn't look in it because I didn't look it into the money. Like I didn't look into money, like meaning the money, like because I seen so much different fucking greed shit from even down to people when they do people give people strikes. They be copywriting a whole bunch of different things. It's because people feel, I understand people do it. Meaning they do like their editing, the way that they create their content and a whole bunch of different things. I understand that aspect, right? But it becomes I don't want to take the fun from out of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? The fun from out of it, the passion from out of it. I don't want it to turn into greed. I don't want it to turn into pettiness. I didn't want it to turn into a whole bunch of different things. So when you have a whole bunch of different people who's looking at it from that aspect, you don't understand. For some people have the delivery and how they can make a whole bunch of money from off of doing what they need to do. You're gonna have a lot of people who are gonna outdo people. That's just bottom line. And I've been trying to tell people, and I was saying this a couple of days ago. That's why I never personally worry about what the next people have, because I never want to live my life, like in approval and shit. So as every day, I feel like every day just for people and just for myself. I always like to think about a whole bunch of different things, and then a lot of different things that I can do better. But I always love when people put gasoline underneath my ass. Meaning when people pop shit, or they say a whole bunch of different things, or they just kindly don't understand, or they don't know the capability that us as individuals have to do a whole bunch of different shit that a lot of people think that we can't do. And I don't know why I'm saying this. People should be very, very careful of making other people obsessed with something, right? Is because it no longer become, oh, I'm going to prove. Now I'm going to become obsessed with, okay. Now, since you think that I can't do it, you think that I can't deliver it or whatever, now I'm obsessed with doing what I need to do. I always say that. You have a lot of people, to each his own. But you can tell the difference between niggas who really actually, they enjoy their blessings. Or now it becomes between them enjoying it, between them boasting. And I always like to try to tell people the same certain shit that you're doing, other people can do the same thing, right? But your result is your result. So now when other people, and I said this like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that people don't even understand the real true definition of being the first to do something or just doing something, period. And then they get mad when other people come behind them and they do the same thing, but it goes a little bit farther. So I'm just understanding my work when it comes to understanding just a whole bunch of different things, and always looking at just shit for the way it is. And it's so crazy. You like, why is it crazy? Because I just really hate the way fucking people look at people.